Welcome to Shut Up and Talk TV. I'm LB Johnson.
I'm K Devious.
I'm your boy,
Dog, you good? You ready? You good? Now, as you might notice, Buck D isn't with us tonight. Buck took a break, man. He's focused on his kids and some other things. We'll hopefully have him back next week. But I decided what better time than to invite my brothers to come into the studio with me. We rarely all get together and get together and chop it up. So I figured, some things have happened over the last year or so that I didn't really get y'all opinions on. So I said, let's start there. So first thing out the gate, let's talk about Empire. Everybody know Jussie Smollett. About a year or so ago, he got charged with lying about, he said he was jumped by two white dudes wearing Make America Great hats and that they said some gay slurs and they robbed him and all this other good stuff. It later came out that it wasn't two white dudes, but that was two African dudes that actually, one of them actually worked on the set of Empire, and then they came forward and said that Jussie paid them to do the whole thing. So my first question to you guys is Jussie lying? Was it a hoax? Or did Jussie really get jumped?
Okay, I mean, the rules say, my blackness says that I cannot, in good conscience, go on television and say that he's guilty.
Okay. So
but he light-skinned.
So it's impossible.
They can't be trusted. Jussie Smollett is the worst thing to happen to black people since slavery.
Ouch. Ah, God, that's a harsh one. Dog, what say you?
Well, since I was there in slavery.
Oh, I thought she was there with Jussie.
I will agree. No, I'm not. No.
You could 100% pass for one of the guys that
I
jumped
would
him.
took the money, though. Don't get me wrong. I took the money, smacked him up just so he can move up on Empire. I don't know where he was trying to go.
Yeah.
Was the contract up, but guilty. He did it. He lied. He lied.
Okay. I got another one for you. Now, Donald Trump is president, right? Y'all rocking with Trump?
You can't cuss on this show.
No, you
Nope,
can't cuss.
can't cuss on this
no
show.
profanity.
Why?
Make America great again? Do you?
I still don't believe it. Like, this really happened. Like, Donald Trump is really our president.
Sadly, yes. Yeah.
I still ain't past that yet.
Yeah.
Everything else that came up, I'm just glad there's a word called impeachment.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of him, one, being a shock that he was the president, now he's about to be the only third, no matter what, he's the third president to ever be, who they're trying to impeach.
Right.
Now, my question to you guys is, do you think he will be impeached?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
It's always been my dream to have enough money to buy my way out of anything, and I feel like Donald Trump is there.
America is based on your dollar.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a lot of dollars.
So do you think now we know he's running for re-election. Actually, the whole thing came up because of him supposedly running for re-election. Do you think he will still? Do you think he'll be re-elected?
How far can I go?
Go as far as you need without cussing.
People are stupid. A lot of people will re-elect Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So
I believe the same thing. I'm hoping not. I'm praying not. But when it comes down to it, if you get rid of one, you got to accept another one. And who's next, man?
Yeah, I mean, everybody pointed out Mike Pence, man. They said, if you think, you got to understand, if Donald Trump gets impeached, Mike Pence takes over the job. They said Mike Pence is worse than Donald Trump. Right. As far as he's been, if you go to his page from back in the day, he been, some of the things he's commented on, very racist, if you will, in the right circle. So very it's true. Like, we're really not fixing the situation by getting rid of Donald Trump. The only I think it's the good or bad thing would be Donald Trump's a lot stupider and he's making a lot of stupid moves. Mike Pence is smart, but still just as racist. So it might end up a lot worse for us.
At this point, shake the dice, throw them, get them out. Let's see what we get.
Now, I don't know if y'all watch the news, local news.
It watches me, but I hear it.
They just came up with this story. I don't know if you heard about the pizza dude. I guess somebody robbed a pizza place. Did you hear about this?
Right.
Now, that's not the bad part. The bad part is his mom just came forward and snitched on him. His mom came and said, "Hey, it was my son." Right. And mind you, the video was all over. The news. And I guess she seen her son on the news and was like, "That's my boy. I know that boy anywhere."
That face.
He should have stole the pizza she wanted and not the one he wanted.
There you go. Look.
Meat lovers.
Is that against like family code, like to snitch, especially for a mom to snitch on her son? Is that against family code, or was it a good job?
Because there was no statute of limitations, we were raised by criminals, so no, you're not allowed to tell them family.
There you go. What. Look, I think the other side is, I would think if we were smart enough, like especially with our moms would, if she did know some of the things we did when we were young, I think she might have told on us. Moms in the church. So I think moms, the God in her, I think wouldn't allow her to allow us to be like, especially like robbing a store or something. Little stuff, I don't think so. But if she knew like we robbed somebody, I think moms would have definitely snitched on us, bro. I hate to say it.
Being the one she had to come pick up in handcuffs a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Oh.
I'm going to say she might make us go to church for like 2 months straight on every single day.
A lot of prayer, a lot of fasting.
Go feed the homeless and do all the stuff we had to do every weekend. We stayed out too late.
Yeah.
But not snitch. She ain't calling the police on. Mom had a pass.
Can I call BS?
Yeah, come on.
That man was clearly the favorite.
Come on, talk about it.
He never got in trouble for anything that he ever did.
At all.
We all took the brunt of everything that man did. She wouldn't have told on you.
The good old prom of, what was that, 97, 98?
Boy, you dating us right now. I really wish you wouldn't do that.
Nothing, look, without going into too much detail, we got in trouble. Mom's raided, me and Dog shared a room. Mom's raided the room, found some stuff we weren't supposed to have in the house. I come home, I'm getting yelled at. She done terrorized rooms like, you're grounded for the rest of your life. All these months, everything's all bad. You're going to church, you're going to pray about it. You need to go to counsel with the pastor, all this stuff. About an hour later, Dog Johnson comes home. It's prom night. Dog's supposed to be going to prom. Dog, what happened when you got home?
Where's the camera? This camera?
This, yeah, you talk directly.
Key word here is arguing. Do not argue with your parents. They say you did it, say, yes, I did it. I have a problem. Can we work this out when I get back from prom? And go to prom.
And he really did that and really got away with it. While I was grounded for the next 30 days, I think it ended up being like 2 months.
Yeah.
She literally, because he was honest, because he said, yes, Mom, I have a problem. Hey, I need to go to counseling, make the appointment. He never got any trouble. Did you ever go to counseling?
I mean, marriage counseling, but that was years
You
later.
never go to counseling for that incident.
Nah. We laughed about it later.
Bro, it's all bad. Needless to say, I guess you're right. Don't argue.
I mean, don't argue. They gonna win anyway.
Well, they the parent. I guess they belt bigger. End of the day, that's what it come down to. I don't know. Now you said he was always the favorite. Why would you say Dog was the favorite?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you another story. So Dog comes home late one day, real late. Me and our other brother are sitting on the couch. We came home on time like we were supposed to. So it's like, okay, no big deal. Dog walks in, Mom gets mad. She gets to yelling and screaming and everything else. And this is where his whole story about being honest goes completely out the window. Dog looks our mom square in the eye, just like this, and says, Mom, I can't read. Fake cries and runs out of the house.
If I wasn't there myself, I wouldn't have believed it. What's even more funny is
we get grounded for not wanting to go find him when he ran out the house for not being able to read.
They run after him.
I call BS.
When they find Dog is on the corner, smoking a blunt, laughing about the whole situation. On that note, let's get up out of here, man.
Met you when I was like maybe 15 years old. You just act a little older. Plus I heard you came from Arizona, and that was new. So I was popping up at house parties, riding dirty with the olden, riding for me, and they just told me how the game work. I said, I'm a to rock and buy your letter.
Hey, you gonna do this or what? You gotta do it, and keep doing it. Do it big. Hit it. Step it up. Always take the risk. Don't just watch it. Put your phone down and do it. Drip splash like the ice on the wrist. That's a call I can't miss. Do what they say you can, because there are those who don't and those who do. Let's do.
Now open, New Mexico's premier sports bar, Stadium 66. Cheer for your favorite teams on the largest state-of-the-art TV screens. Tackle the amazing appetizers, and then take on the rest of the menu. Now, for the first time ever, watch your team, bet your team. Stadium 66, your place for beer, bites, and bets. Located in the Route 66 Casino Hotel, I-40, exit 140.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company. Come on in.
She might be in love. Real bad mama Mamacita with that Henny in her car. Hella patriotic with that flag on her butt. Hopped on my handlebars and she passed me the up. Yeah, we getting high on the west side.
B. Johnson live in the studio, man. I got none other than amateur boxer HADEEM Blonde. Did I say it right? Yeah, I like Blonde. Look, man, look. Welcome to Shut Up and Talk TV, first of all. I gotta say, I've been watching your career and kind of just watching you. That sounds real you-ish, but watching your moves for the last, probably about 2 years. I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like it's about maybe 3 years ago. I see you put up a post where you basically said something to the effect that you want to start fighting, that you want to start professionally fighting or whatever. And it seems like within weeks of you saying that, next thing I see you training. Then I start hearing about you actually having these bouts. When did you decide, and what made you come to that conclusion that you really want to take this boxing thing serious?
Well, I started boxing like when I was like 17, 18. I've been fighting all my life, in the street fighting.
See, I wasn't gonna mention that, but yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah, that. I wanted to take it serious right after I got out of prison because I told myself that. You know what I'm saying? I've been fighting for my life, so this is something that makes me feel good, and it's something that fits. So I really realized it when I got out of prison. It was 2 years ago. It's been about 2 years since I've been out.
So was prison the wake-up call for you to start focusing on something, or was that just was it something you was already planning prior to being incarcerated?
I was like I said, I already started. So I went to prison like when I was 20. Got out when I was 26. So I started when I was 17. I planned on taking it serious then, but the prison just messed it up. So it was just always in the back of my mind. And I told myself and I focused in on it, and when I got out, I just did it. I just went for it.
So of course we all know we say plenty of stuff, especially with New Year's just passing, resolutions, everybody got a mean thing. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm stop doing this, I'm start doing this. What was the first step you took to show you were serious about boxing?
Actually getting in the gym. Actually getting in the gym and doing the workout. Everybody thinks it's an easy workout, and it's definitely not an easy workout. Even like athletes, basketball players, football players know it's a heavy workout on you. So I think just going in and doing the first workout and getting it out the way, filling your body out, and that's when I really took it serious, like right when I got out. Like
you said, you've been boxing all your life. Was it hard to go from, because we've all fought in the street. Street fighting, no rules. You're in it to win or get dude up off you, as opposed to being in a boxing ring and there's rules and plans and you can't there's certain things you can and can't do. Was it hard to get that discipline?
No, definitely not. Honestly, I felt like I've had it in me the whole time. It's some fights, some street fights that I've gotten into that I've actually kicked people while they were down and stuff. But I've always believed in just hand-to-hand, straight up, honestly, like fair ones, what they call them. And I feel like boxing is honestly a fair one.
No question.
You're not kicking, you're not doing none of that on the floor. If someone falls, you're letting them get back up, gain his composure, and then trying to get back at you and show his skill case.
See, to me, that's that OG code of the street, as opposed to nowadays. And not knocking anybody nowadays, but nowadays then you go down, you kick them in the face, you're doing whatever to make sure they don't get back up. But back in the day, it was that get back up. Come on, we're gonna knuckle up till you're done, type thing. For you, even with boxing, were you worried about people not taking you serious?
It comes across your head, it comes across your head, but I didn't let that stop me. It went in and just I let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's a fear, and I've conquered fear in general. So yeah.
With UFC and MMA being so huge right now, was it easy for you to decide I want to just focus on boxing as opposed to getting in the gym or getting in the ring and thinking about doing the whole MMA, kickboxing, or any of that other stuff?
Yes, definitely. Like I said, I don't do the kicking and I don't like disrespect that sport or nothing, but I just can't see someone wrestling on me and kicking on me and stuff like that. I'd rather have someone stand face to face, and this is something that, you know, it's a science to it.
Yeah.
It's more calculated to me. Just throwing hands right here instead of like kicking someone, getting lucky, and maybe knocking someone out with a kick.
Who did you look up to in the boxing world? Who's people that inspired you?
Oh man, you know the greats. You know, Muhammad Ali is one of my favorites. Anthony Joshua is. Since I've learned about him, I watched him actually sitting in prison, and I watched him beat Klitschko, one of the Klitschko brothers, and he became a big inspiration for me. Of course, Deontay Wilder. These are heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. There's a lot of boxers I can name because I love this sport. So I really. Those are just a few names, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Mayweather, do you feel like he doesn't get the props he deserves? And I'll tell you why I asked that. A lot of people say because, you know, when he first came out, he was more of a in-depth, getting in there, fighting, you know, in his I guess, older years before he retired. He got a lot more calculated, a lot more blocks, you know, a lot more make sure. Now, he said he was a smarter fighter. This came out of his own mouth. A lot of people, you know, especially in some of his Canelo fights and some Pacquiao fights, a lot of them said he was running, oh, he's scared to fight now, all these other things. But when you talk to him and his team and people that supported him, they all said, no, he's a smarter fighter. He's trying to make sure you get on with his kids and not end up with brain injuries or anything like that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel like he's a smarter fighter. I mean, the older you get, the less your body recovers, you know what I'm saying? So if you're getting hit in the head multiple times at the age of 30-something, 35, at 25 you could take it a little better. 35, you might have to, you know, rethink some things. Yeah. So he just rethought his whole structure. He wasn't a brawler. I mean, he was a brawler at first, and he's not a brawler anymore. He's more calculated, like you said. It's boxing.
To me, it's similar to just how you are in life. You know, when you're younger, you don't care. You out there, and we do a lot of stuff that when we're young, we're just like, all right, let's get it how we live. When you get older, get more seasoned, maybe get some kids under your belt, things start making more sense. And it's not just about you looking out for you. Now you got to look out for the people that you're taking care of, for your kids, everybody that want to see you come home. For you, when it comes to getting this boxing ring, when will you know? When will you consider yourself a success?
Honestly, I told myself years ago while I was sitting incarcerated, you know, sitting in prison, I told myself years ago, the day I go professional, my first fight professional, that's going to be the happiest day of my life. Yeah. I'm getting emotional right now because I feel it. Because I feel it.
And that's coming up, right?
Yeah, it's definitely coming up. It's coming up soon. And I get emotional because I feel the energy, you know what I'm saying? I feel the energy. That I told myself that years ago, so for me to attain that day, I'm successful right there. I don't have to have the money or nothing. People think success is all money. Yeah. It's not.
I got to say the biggest thing is worry not. You're definitely on your way. I remember you at 17, and now to see you at 26, man, God is definitely good, and I'm proud of you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate
LB Johnson, Shut Up and Talk TV.
What you know about going out, head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up, rock jewel, bigger truck, piece all glittered up, stick a kid, what? Jig with a cut, sip crisp, spit it up. Rock, get your till I can't get it up.
Hey, you gonna do this or what? You gotta do it. And keep doing it. Do it big. Hit it. Stepping up. Always take the risk. Don't just watch it. Put your phone down and do it. Drip splash like the ice on the wrist. That's a call I can't miss. Do what they say you can. Because there are those who don't and those who do. Let's do.
Now open, New Mexico's premier sports bar, Stadium 66. Cheer for your favorite teams on the largest state-of-the-art TV screens. Tackle the amazing appetizers, and then take on the rest of the menu. Now, for the first time ever, watch your team, bet your team. Stadium 66, your place for beer, bites, and bets. Located in the Route 66 Casino Hotel, I-40, exit 140.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
We are back to this Shut Up and Talk TV. I'm LB Johnson.
I'm K Devious.
It's your boy Dog.
Hey, so I don't know about anybody else, but I love social media. I'm a huge fan of it. I always tell folks that take social media serious, not to. To me, social media is for entertainment purposes. So I decided we should start a new segment on the show called Meanwhile on Facebook. This is where we're going to go on Facebook. We're going to find random topics that anybody that's on my friends list might have posted. And we're going to kind of dissect them or dig into them. On this one, for the first one, I decided that I was going to throw a hook out there. And I threw out a topic that I thought was great. Now, the answers I got, I didn't expect. So I put up a post that said, name something that was said to you as a child that you now realize was messed up. I said, I'll even start. Keep crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. Now, if you're a child, especially in a black home, you probably heard this every other day. Usually, it was after you already got something to cry about. Usually because you got a whooping.
Or while you were getting it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yet, parents felt the need to give you that extra threat and tell you basically to stop crying, or they're going to give you, I guess, more of a reason to cry about. So I put up that post, and I thought, okay, some folks might come with, the other cliches and other things that parents. The other topics we got was mind-blowing. Shout out to Curtis. Curtis said, if you come back in this house, you're staying in. I remember that. Everybody got that one as a kid. The other one, no, you can't get your friends any water. Go on the side of the house and get the water hose. Now, I remember that one. Then Leanne says, your mom loved drugs more than she loves you and your brother. She said her dad said that. He forgot to mention he shot her up with heroin 9 weeks pregnant with a tubo, and needless to say, this is where it got really dark. Now, as you can see, I put up a post. I wanted some jokes. I wanted some anecdotes that we got as kids that was cool. Some folks started acting like they was in counseling, and it got real kind of dark. Scott put up a post. He said, masturbating is a sin. I'm sure we all heard that.
That is a lie.
He went on to say, your father isn't around because you touch yourself at night. Another one said, if you touch yourself at night, your palms will get hairy. Or the famous one, you'll go blind. Now, that was back. Okay, that's a funny one. We can roll with that. Andrea put up one. She said, keep it up, and I'm going to cut your air supply off for a week. That's called death. Then she went on to say, you're either going to be in or out, but what you're not going to do is let all my cold air out. I remember that one, definitely. Christy, I brought you in this world. I'll take you out of it. Are we starting to see a pattern with a lot of parents?
Can I apologize to mom?
Man, literally, okay, so.
She said it was that bad.
Literally, it went from, somebody's like, yeah, we all heard that. Then it's like, you know what, I hate to say it, but it seems like a lot of people that are my friends on social media were abused by their parents.
Yeah.
Especially the one where the dad told her, you're going to die. Straight up, your mom didn't love you. She loved drugs more than you.
Child Protective Services failed.
Bruh, well, now here, what is it, CYFD? Hey, y'all need to hop on my page and make some phone calls.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your dad is gone because you touched yourself.
Bruh, that's messed up.
Every night after that, we had issues.
Bruh.
Going to sleep.
God forbid what the mama might have did to the daddy. Just straight up,
Lord.
It's your fault because you touched yourself. That's cold-blooded. All right, go on to the next one. The Clifton said, when your grandparents gave you money and your parents said they'll hold on to it for you. Oh, you already knew that was signed. You weren't getting that back.
Yeah, you weren't getting that back. That's gone.
I remember to this date, I was playing on my grandma's, rest in peace. I was playing on her treadmill, and I broke it. Now, I now realize as an adult, I didn't break that treadmill. That treadmill was already broke. But because I was 6 years old, she would have made me feel bad about it. For the next at least 5 years, anytime I got any type of money, don't you still owe me for that treadmill? I remember. Do you remember that? Bro, I literally remember, and as a kid, again, I'm like 6 years old, thinking, how am I ever gonna pay for this treadmill? Man, it was cold-blooded.
That's because grandma was a numbers runner.
Look.
Welcome to the game.
Alicia said, not my parents, but come over here, and I'm not gonna hit you. Oh, and then they hit you when you get close. That's cold-blooded. My mom.
She lying. Her mama did that.
Yeah, like mama tell you.
Scared.
They tell you, I'm gonna hit you as soon as you get here. Gilbert said, car stops viciously. Get out of the car and walk home now. Get out now. Now, I actually witnessed my mom do this to my brother. Not the brothers here, but you gonna be mad I told this story. But one of my other big brothers was in the car, like a dog said earlier, don't argue. Now, me and my other brother, we had a big issue with arguing with our mom. That was one of the things we did. Mom's was a single parent. Sadly, we looked a lot like our dad. So when we started arguing with her, she would go to a bad place, and we got in a lot of trouble for it. Literally, in Pittsburgh, California, and we live in Richmond, y'all. If you know anything about California, that's at least about a 30-minute drive, at least from Pittsburgh to Richmond. She kicked my brother out, and to this day, I don't know how we got home. But somewhere or another, he ended up getting home. But he was arguing with mom, so we learned that day, don't argue with moms.
You know, one time moms did go there. When I was outside playing, I stepped on a nail, and I came inside just limping, wasn't crying or nothing. Like, I stepped on the nail. She's like, was it outside? I was like, yeah. She said, did it look a little rusty? I was like, I don't know. I was like maybe 6, 5 years old. She started crying, acting like she was crying. She told me I was going to die. I had about 4 more minutes. So go outside and ride your bike and play because you only got 4 minutes left.
Hold on.
And she's still acting like she crying. The saddest thing you ever seen in your life is a little 6-year-old kid crying, riding his bike. You got 3 more minutes
His
left.
last 3 minutes.
Get back in there after an hour, like, what's up? Oh, was you still out there? She laughing and stuff.
Bro, that's cold-blooded. All right, let's keep this going. Here we go. Robert Perez, you think you're grown, move out then. Okay, I think we all heard that one time or another.
So I did.
Yeah. Fix your face before you get stuck like that. Now, I remember that one. If you ate a lot of junk food, I'd get fat and die of diabetes. God, I guess this depends how old you are on that one.
Or you can look at the panel.
Yeah, as you see,
right.
they told us that, we didn't believe it.
There's no diabetes up here.
Needless to say, here's one thing, and I say this a lot. I always say, a lot of stuff that our parents did or that we were raised doing, as you get older and if you went through enough therapy, you realize there's other ways to do it. Now, my mom did a great job to me of raising us. She was one of the greatest mom in my life, period. But as I look at some of the stuff, like, okay, there's other ways you could have handled that. I always say, whooping. Anyone, if you whoop your kids, especially black people, when we whoop our kids, that's slave mentality. That's how we were taught. We were taught by the slave master, get out of pocket, he whooped us. As we got older, our ancestors, our great-grandparents, they did the same thing, thinking that's how you keep control of your kids. It's still today, it's a lesson learned. A lot of parents beat their kids thinking that's the best way to control them when there are other ways to do it. Now, I'm not against whoopings. I believe in the Bible, spare the rod, spoil the child. However, I think there's other ways you can do it before you go that far into beating somebody.
I will say this. The sleep you get after a whooping is the best
man,
sleep
it
you
is
ever get
though,
in your
man.
life.
That's like Cal gonna take me away.
While you stuttering and can't stand, I can't stand you. But man, that sleep you get after that be the best nap you ever have.
Dog, getting close. And anything else to say?
Yeah, I barely got whooped. You got to be quick on your feet. Run fast, slide under the bed, be safe.
On that note, we got to get out of here, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Same time, same place, give it DS. Let's go.